The average guy loses his virginity at 17 years old. The average guy receives his first kiss at 15 years old. The average guy starts dating and gets his first girlfriend at around 13 years old. I am a 20-year-old virgin who's never gotten his first kiss and never had a girlfriend before. Now, I already know what some of you guys are thinking. But Professor, what about that one girl? No, bro, that was just for a video. Me and her are not actually dating. Y'all need to stop asking about her already. Now, let me first start by saying that I know I'm not alone. Virginity has actually been on the rise, and I wanted to make this video to give my thoughts on it. But first, let me talk about why I don't e-date. Now, other than the fact that it is literally the easiest thing in the world to cheat in an online relationship, there was actually a video that went viral years ago where two teenagers met in person for the first time after dating online for years. And for those who didn't watch the video, let me go ahead and sum it up for y'all. They greeted each other in the most awkward way possible. The girl got turned off by how short the guy was, and then they broke up. Like, imagine actually being able to stay loyal in an online relationship for years just to meet up in person and immediately break up. And back then, I was laughing and giggling at it, but then I realized, wait a minute, that same exact scenario would most likely happen to me. And look, I already knew that when I eventually meet the love of my life, it's definitely gonna be in person. But that video just completely erased the idea of having a serious online relationship for me. Now, with all that being said, I see you guys in the comment section asking a lot, why does Professor only make e-dating videos? And the simple answer to that question is because people are interested in it. The same reason why every classic Disney movie has to do with two characters falling in love with each other. The same reason why half the songs that you listen to have to do with love. The same reason why you clicked on this video about a guy talking about why he's never had a girlfriend before. People are just invested in a story that involves love. And look, obviously I'm not comparing my Roblox e-dating videos to a Disney movie. I'm just saying that as a content creator, it's my job to make content that people are interested in. Now, I'm sure some of you guys are wondering, actually, none of y'all are probably wondering this, but I would hope some of you guys are wondering, what? How has Professor never had a girlfriend before? And to be completely honest with y'all, back then I didn't have any confidence. I was extremely nervous whenever I talked to any girl I was interested in. And I'm not talking about that anime nervous where it's like, hate to bother you, but I was just wondering if maybe you would like to go out sometime. Oh my gosh, I thought you'd never ask. Of course, I would love to. Really? Well, would you mind giving me your number? Of course, here it is. No. This is how it actually went. Is it cool if I can get your number? What? Oh, I was just asking if it's cool if I can get your number real quick. Oh, okay, sure. Boys, I got the number. You better not fumble, bro. Nah, I got this. Let me cook. Hey, how was your day? Now, I think I can safely say that my confidence has definitely improved since then. But now I have a new problem, which is that I literally do not have time for a girlfriend. Damn. Because as it turns out, trying to upload a video twice a week actually takes up a lot of my time. And I don't want someone who could potentially be the love of my life feel neglected in our relationship. But then there's one more problem, which is that I'm very particular about the woman I would actually consider dating. Now, I'm not about to go through the full list of everything that I want in a girl, but let's just say one of the main things that I want is for her to wait till marriage just like me. And that already eliminates a lot of women. But you know what? Maybe I'm overthinking this whole thing. Maybe I've never had a girlfriend before because I'm 5'5". I don't know. Now, as someone who's never had a girlfriend before, there are a few things that I had to go through. And a lot of these things revolve around the idea that there's just something wrong with me and women don't want me because of some odd thing that I do without realizing. But this is very easy to get over when you realize that a lot of men go through the same thing. But one thing I always have to deal with is that whenever I meet a girl that's pretty and has just one thing in common with me, I'm completely head over heels for them. And that explains why almost every time a girl face reveals in one of my videos, I'm always like, oh my gosh, you look so good. Because while a little bit of that is exaggerated for the video, I'm still genuinely stunned at how pretty some of these girls are. And I know you can just go on the internet and search up any beautiful girl you want, but it's also the fact that I'm interacting with them and I know what they look like as someone who never has female interaction. And some of you guys might be thinking, okay, well, what's wrong with that? And while I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with that, it does make me a little bit concerned that if I meet a girl that I really like, she might try to walk all over me. And I know a lot of you guys joke around talking about I want a 6-foot golf chick that can easily manipulate me. Although some of you guys are not joking. But on a real note though, I do worry sometimes that if I really like a girl, she might easily be able to manipulate me. And that's kind of scary to think about. Like, there was literally a time where a girl lied to my face and then gaslighted me into believing that lie to the point where I apologized for something I was 100% in the right hide. And that's that me and her were never even in a relationship. Like, imagine if me and that girl were in a relationship and I had the responsibility of keeping her happy. Oh wait, I can't imagine because I've never had a girlfriend before. But this just gives me another reason to be extremely cautious about the women that I want to date. But just know that when I eventually do meet the love of my life, I'm gonna love her. Like, a lot. Now, I know it may not seem like it, but I'm actually completely fine with not having a girlfriend right now. Other than the obvious benefits there are to being single, I just like the idea of constantly improving on myself before I do meet my first love. But I'm not gonna lie, it can be a little bit annoying sometimes. Y'all remember that super popular meme a few years ago where it was like, no female dogs? As a single guy, that was extremely annoying to deal with because anytime someone did send me that meme, the only thing I could say was, yes. Like, why do people care so much that I'm not in a relationship? Can we please normalize the idea of being completely fine with being single and trying to improve on yourself? Like, I'm starting to see why it's become more and more popular for people to just completely stop using social media. Because the internet can make you feel insecure about yourself. And that's why it's so important to not care about what other people think. Because no matter what, people are always gonna have something negative to say, especially on the internet. Like, I was on TikTok the other day, and I came across a video where this guy was going around the gym asking grown men how many hours a week they work, and they would usually say something like 40 to 50 hours, and then the guy recording would be like, but you're here in the gym. And I immediately thought to myself, wow, these guys work 50 hours a week and still have time for the gym. What a great way to motivate young men to get up and go hit the gym. Surely there's no negative comments on this, so no families then. Ask how many times they've seen their kids or partners. This is why women prefer dad bods. Which, while we're on that topic, I am so tired of seeing this emoji. This emoji has brought out the most insensitive, just non-empathetic people on the internet to ever exist. You could literally make a video about giving money to the poor and someone will go down in the comment section and say something like, bro is only doing this to look good in front of the camera's dying rose emoji. Anyways, the point I'm trying to make is stop caring what people think and stop worrying about the fact that you're not in a relationship. Have you guys seen those shows where it's like a side character is always at the main character's house, and then whenever the side character leaves to go do something, the dad will come in and be like, gee, that guy sure does need a girlfriend. No, he doesn't need a girlfriend. He just needs to learn how to spend his time better instead of completing every side mission possible. Hence why he's the side character. Like, go learn a new skill, get good at something, go create something. Do you guys know that quote where it's like, if you spend your time chasing butterflies, they'll fly away. But if you spend your time making a beautiful garden, the butterflies will come to you. A lot of guys will read that quote, go to the gym for a few months to get a good physique, and then be like, why do I still have no girlfriend? Like, bro, making your garden look beautiful is not something that just takes like 3 months. It's a very, very long process. Just think about how impressed a girl would be if you showed her your garden that you spent years expanding and making beautiful on some Stardew Valley type beat. Some of y'all are like 16 years old talking about some, I need a girlfriend. Bro, your garden looks like this. And I understand the idea of growing and improving with your girlfriend. And don't get me wrong, if you find someone that's willing to do that, I'm not discouraging that by any means. Just make sure it's not forced and you actually find that person organically. Now, unfortunately, I can't tell y'all from experience how to meet that person organically, but usually what works for a lot of people is joining some sort of club or group where you guys get together to do something every week. But then again, do it because you're actually interested in it and not just to find a girl. Because if there's no girl there that you're interested in, then what? As a matter of fact, I challenge all of y'all watching this video that if you haven't already, to go find a new skill and spend the next 6 months improving it. And while you're doing that, keep the 100-hour rule in mind, which is that if you spend 100 hours improving on one thing, you will be better than 95% of the world at it. Start small by practicing the skill for 2 minutes a day so you can eventually get into the habit of doing it every day. Then eventually go up to 15 minutes a day and then 30 minutes a day. And if you really like what you're doing and you have a lot of time for it, you could spend over 2 hours a day doing it. I followed these steps on content creation a few years ago and ended up with this YouTube channel. And I'm just an ordinary guy, so if I can do it, you can definitely do it. And if you ever get lonely throughout your journey, just remember, she doesn't know you, he does. But that's enough self-improvement talk for one day, and I'm off to go and make another goofy Roblox video. If this video helped you out or was relatable in any way, consider subscribing to the channel. The video you'll see on screen is a video that YouTube thinks you'll like, so you should definitely give it a watch.